And watching the Super Bowl, I do not know how this team won 17 games. I have no clue.
Yeah. I mean, I do. I do know how the Patriots won 17 games. And when people from New England see this, they're going to accuse me of being a hater. They're going to call me an idiot. And that's fine. I have no vendettas, no agendas against the Patriots. It is a simple reality. The Patriots beat one team with a winning record during the regular season. They beat a team that was playing fourth string offensive linemen. They play in the second round where CJ Stroud implodes, and you give credit to their defense, but he implodes. Team has 5 turnovers, and then they face a backup quarterback in the AFC Championship game. The Patriots did what they needed to do, and that's all you're asked to do. Beat the team in front of you. The Patriots did that. So they deserve to be in the Super Bowl, but at the same time, were they as good as a 14-3 team? Was 17-3 when you factor in the playoffs? No, they weren't actually that good.
But when you look at just the NFL in general, the Patriots had no offensive line. None. And they got worse, obviously, after Will Campbell got injured, came back. You had no number one wide receiver because Stephon Diggs sure as hell is not a number one wide receiver. You had a young quarterback who played like an MVP, I guess, but also was not ready for this big moment. Your defense was really good. It got better as the season went on. But the fact that they had no offensive line, no number one wide receiver, and Travion Henderson got worse as the year went on, or Ramondre Stevenson had a fumbling problem early in the season. Like, there's so many different things to look at this team and say, is the league that bad? And obviously, these are the best football players in the world. But the fact that the New England Patriots were able to beat basically half the league with a young, bad offensive line, no number one wide receiver, even though Stephon Diggs did have some good games, it's just kind of concerning. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still don't know how they didn't slip up 17 times as bad as they were at the end of the season. How did this team beat the Chargers, the Texans, and the Broncos? And I know you say backup quarterback, and I know you say the Chargers didn't have the offensive line. And when you look at CJ Stroud, he totally imploded. But, like, is football this simple of a game where if you don't turn the ball over, you're going to win? Like, because that's kind of what the Patriots have done until the Super Bowl.
I mean, that's a big part of it. Turnover margin is one of the most indicative metrics as far as who's going to win a game. The Patriots definitely, their roster had, I don't want to say deficiencies because it wasn't bad, but they didn't have standout talent at certain positions, to your point. Drake Maye, I think it was just a combination of once they got in the winning habit, they just became so confident and they approached every game like we are truly better. And Drake Maye had a very good season as well. I don't want to diminish that at all. He was deserving of being an all-pro. That being said, he did play a bunch of trash cans during the regular season. And that's not his fault. It's just the way the schedule broke. And there are teams, this happens all the time. Like, there's always this team that comes from nowhere and they take advantage of having a last place schedule and they do these things. So credit to Drake Maye. Like, I'm not trying to crap on the guy, but when he actually faced real competition, he looked like a 23-year-old quarterback. If he had won that game, he would have been the youngest quarterback to ever win the Super Bowl in NFL history. So he was right kind of where he should have been. He should have come up short in that moment. You had 2 rookies starting next to each other on the left side of the offensive line. When you get into the playoffs, when they play the Texans, when they play the Broncos, when they play the Seahawks, it looked like it. It looked like they were rookies. So I think ultimately this team sort of found its level by the end of the season. If you look at how they played in the playoffs and how they played in the Super Bowl, they probably average out. You look at them like, okay, that's like a 9-8, 10-7 sort of football team. But because of the schedule, they were just able to have a much better regular season.
So Will Campbell, I think this is the biggest person to talk about because he kind of made the most noise after the game. I'm not saying Drake Maye was good by any means. There we go. I'm cleared up now. I'm not saying Drake Maye was good by any means in this football game. When he had time, he missed throws. When he didn't have time, he got sacked. So there was nothing really good about what Drake Maye did. But Will Campbell gave up 14 pressures. That is the worst performance of any offensive lineman this season in the biggest game. And there's 2 kind of sides to this. You're going to get some people saying he's a rookie. And then you're going to get some people saying, or I guess some people saying he's a rookie. Some people saying he's coming off an injury. Other people saying he's terrible. I don't think he's terrible. Obviously, his first round draft pick, played in the SEC. But because of that, you need to be better in the Super Bowl. Like, there's no excuse. If you're not healthy enough to play, get off the field. And if you can't play left tackle in the NFL, you got to move inside. So I think the Patriots have to consider getting him inside because I don't think he's built to play the edge. Because as a rookie, even though it wasn't a pretty game, I don't know if he's going to get that much better out there. Are the feet fast enough? The hands, are the arms long enough? I mean, who knows if that's even a real thing, real discussion point. But the bottom line is he just got manhandled in this football game. He was not ready to play physically. And that's concerning to me moving forward for the Patriots.
Yeah, so I walk away from the Super Bowl and I look at the numbers, and not to get all nerdy, but to dive into this, because Will Campbell did give up the 13 pressure. There was some disagreement, 14 pressures, excuse me. Apparently, Next Gen Stats had him with 14 pressures allowed, and Pro Football Focus had him with 3 allowed. I don't know what the exact number we're rolling with is, but if you go back and watch it, and I've watched the all 22, he was getting beat quite a lot.
Yeah, there were it was a variation of how he got beat. It was like Olay with like diving for it. It was just power. It was getting beat with technique.
Power, off the edge. Devin Witherspoon gave him like a basketball crossover and just ran right past him one time.
It was genuinely one of the worst performances. I mean, there are Will Campbell highlight tapes coming out, or what edits. People are editing that clip of him saying, if you give up a sack a game, you're going to be working at Amazon. Like, for an offensive lineman to play that bad to a point where they get edits like of how bad they are, he gave up more than 3 pressures. I'm sorry about that. PFF had that.
Yeah, and to be fair, I think that was their so PFF has all of their data, and then they have their film analysts like go back and watch everything and kind of match it. And so I don't know if they spotted any mistakes. But before that had happened, just right after the game, they had him with 3 pressures.
I could find 3 not even watching the game back.
Yeah, exactly.
There was 3 on a drive. He was terrible. And again, it was the whole offensive line. Like, I don't want to put it all on Will Campbell. Will Campbell's going to get the most trash because he was a first-round draft pick. But he's also a first-round draft pick out of the SEC, playing in how many games he missed? 4 or 5, whatever it was with the injury. You're basically a second-year player. You're playing in the Super Bowl. There are no excuses for getting manhandled in this football game. You're built for this, or you're not built for this.
Well, so what the worst part of it all is the Seahawks. The Seahawks have one of the 2 best defenses in football. I'm not taking away from them at all. It's actually the total opposite. I'm paying them a compliment. If the Seahawks were just going crazy with the blitzes, then you could blame communication. You could blame single blocking. You could do all these things. The Seahawks blitzed on 13% of plays. To put that in comparison, the Patriots blitzed on 54% of plays in this game. Despite blitzing on 13% of plays, the Seahawks generated pressure on 53% of plays. So there's no relationship there. In a perfect world, your blitz rate matches your pressure rate. Obviously, it doesn't always work out like that. But in no stretch of the imagination, 13% or whatever I said they blitzed on, that would be the lowest in the league. The pressure they generated would be by far the highest in the league. So that speaks to poor play on the offensive line.
And you can blame Drake Maye because there were times where when he had time, he held on to it too long. When he was under pressure, he didn't get rid of it. He missed throws. Like, he was bad too. And that throw, when the Patriots had some life at the end of the game, like a little bit of life, it's over. But if the Patriots score on that drive, they are covering in the football game as bad as they played. And he just decides to throw. Pop Douglas is going to the corner.
And he throws a day-old quarter pounder with cheese right over the middle.
Let me throw it right over the middle. And Pop Douglas is like going this way. And Drake said, let me just throw it this way, like right over. I think it was Pop Douglas. That was terrible. That was genuinely terrible. And then Stephon Diggs spinning the ball. Did you see that?
Yeah.
He spun. What were they down? 20 at the time? Yeah. He spun the ball into you're down 20 something in the fourth quarter. What are you doing? So that's the problem. Now Stephon Diggs has to go to court. Imagine that. Losing the
and
Super
he's
Bowl.
Single now.
They broke up. They broke up?
Yeah, you haven't seen that?
No.
So, I mean, I don't know if it's how official it is, but they unfollowed each other on Instagram. So why would you unfollow the person you're dating?
No.
The live reaction to find out Stephon Diggs is single.
When did this go down? Like last night?
Okay,
February 9th at 7:15. So like people wrote an article last night. No.
Why fans are convinced Cardi B and Stephon Diggs broke up after the Super Bowl. During Fanatic's Super Bowl party on Saturday, February 8th, Cardi raised some eyebrows when she gave a brief dry response to a question about Stephon during an interview. Stephon and the Patriots, whatever, went on to play the game, blah, 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 blah. Cardi appeared to leave the stadium before the game ended as she posted a clip of herself listening to Bad Bunny in the back of her car on her Instagram stories. Cardi and Stephon have reportedly unfollowed each other on social media. Yeah, there's a lot. There's piling evidence.
That's crazy. And you know what's even crazier? Like we're unfollowing. Like you guys have a child together.
Exactly.
Like, and you're unfollowing each other on so. Like they're not 22. This isn't
32.
Yeah, like you guys are like raising kids together or raising a kid together. They haven't had the baby yet, I don't think, have they?
I don't know.
And you're unfollowing each other on Instagram. That's crazy. So the Patriots dynasty, the 1 year of the Patriots dynasty is done.
Yeah, I mean, Stephon lost the Super Bowl, lost his girl, and is going to jail.
I don't think he's going to be back next year, depending on what's his contract. Does he have multi-years? 3 years, $69 million, I guess, so he will be back. But I mean, you need a number one wide receiver, bottom line. But anyways, that's really sad. That's really sad to hear that Stephon Diggs is officially done with Cardi B. Anyways, Grant, any other thoughts before we talk about Sam Darnold a little bit here? Oh, I have one more. Sorry to cut you off.
Ahead.
Do you see the Patriots' opponents next season?
I have not seen them. No. Let's hear it.
Oh, dear God.
Okay, let's hear it.
They may not win a game. Bills twice, obviously. Dolphins twice.
Division.
Broncos.
Is
Raiders.
Bo Nix playing or is Jarrett Stidham playing?
Bo Nix.
Okay.
Raiders. Raiders will be better. No, they'll beat the Raiders. Packers. The Vikings with 9. 9's going to be better. 9 will be better next year. I mean, they won games with that kid from like New Hampshire playing quarterback.
What was his name?
They beat the Lions with that kid, Max Brosmer.
Brosmer. Yeah, that was him.
Steelers, Bears, Lions, Chiefs, Chargers, Seahawks, Jaguars.
It's an NFL schedule. It's a first place schedule.
They may not. I mean, let's say you split with the Bills, you split with the Dolphins, you beat the Jets.
You're hoping for above 500 is what you're doing.
Let's go 3-3 in the division. Let's say 3-3 in the division. Broncos loss, especially after how this year went. 3-4. Raiders win 4-4. Packers loss 4-5. You beat the Vikings 5-5. You beat the Steelers 6-5. You're going to lose to the Bears 6-6. We'll say you split with the Bears and the Lions, so 7-6. Chiefs depends on Patrick Mahomes. Let's just call it 7-7. Chargers, I'm going to say you beat them because Justin Herbert's fake. 8-7. Seahawks, you lose to 8-8. Jaguars. Like if you 9-8, you're going to be in good. You had a good season if you go 9-8 with that.
Right. They're following the Commanders' trajectory right now. They were 4-13, just like the Commanders were. You get the quarterback, get an easy schedule. They went 12-5. They went 14-3. NFC Championship game, Super Bowl, but close enough. And then you get that schedule change, and the Commanders went 5-12 last year. Now, hopefully Drake May doesn't get injured and you have a better chance. But even still, I tweeted about this. I said something to the effect of watching the Patriots get to the Super Bowl is so frustrating because while they deserve to be here, has the same resume that they do. And I said, this is going to be probably an 8-9 football team next year. And it got to Patriots Twitter and they're calling me a loser and salty, which I'm not. I'm just calling it how it is. And when you read that schedule, yeah, it does not sound to me like they're going to have a winning record next year.
No, I mean, 9-8 would be really good. 10-7 would be excellent kind of with that schedule. So you got to factor that into, and they got to make some big changes. I mean, this team needs help in the offseason to become another contender.